I am pleased to provide the mayor's report for the period of October 16th through October 29th, 2012. I can advise that during the period I attended a number of meetings. I'll just highlight those quickly. October 16th, the negotiating teams representing the City of Thompson, the School District of Mystery Lake, the LGD, and Valley met. I believe it is likely the last time the negotiating teams will meet. We have provided and will provide an opportunity for all members of the school district in terms of elected members, all elected members of council, and the LGD to meet tomorrow prior to bringing forward a recommendation for approval in principle by each of the organizations. On October 15th, I had the opportunity during Small Business Week to attend an event hosted by the Thompson Chamber of Commerce, and I want to thank all the sponsors that contributed to the Small Business Week festivities, including the Mamaweetuk Friendship Center, Valet, Community Futures North Central, and of course the Thompson Chamber. On October 17th, the City of Thompson hosted our second and final Speak Up Thompson event for this year. I want to thank all those people that came out and provided their comments, and again, I'm always very impressed and quite frankly very pleased with how positive people are when they come out and share their opinions and their visions for the community. Now, if people haven't been able to make either of the two meetings that we hosted this year, I would encourage them to pick up the card that provides an opportunity for people to submit their opinions. 3 questions were asked, but they can provide any other comments as well, either with this process or by, I believe, the website as well. On October the 18th, along with a number of members of council and administration, we hosted a seniors reception, and I want to thank all those who attended. It's always important and enjoyable to meet with the seniors and first of all, thank them, because so often they are the ones that contributed to building this community. And as I said at the event, more importantly, you want to talk about confidence in the community? They're the ones that have chosen to stay when it would have been very easy to leave. So I always enjoy that day. We get a lot of good suggestions, and I know administration is and will be challenged by some of those comments, and I look forward to being able to report back next year on progress. On October the 22nd, we initiated the, as Michelle talked about earlier, the branding exercise that will take place over the next number of months, the winter, hopefully with a recommendation in the spring. I really encourage Thompsonites to take the time to provide comments on the branding exercise. I think this is an opportunity for Thompsonites really to describe and to build the community that they want to see Thompson become. And for all those who have comments throughout the year, this is the chance to put those together and actually, I believe, make a difference in terms of who and what we are as a community for the next 20, 30 years. And there's a number of ways to get involved, whether it's through one of the focus group sessions, whether it's through, and I encourage people to fill out the survey that is available online. And again, I've been very pleased with some of the constructive criticisms, but really the underlying sense of pride that comes through in this community. So I encourage people to get involved in any way they possibly can. October 23rd, I had the opportunity to attend the banquet for the Wolf and Carnivore Conference. And I have to say, and Councillor Collada was there as well, I was extremely impressed with the quality of speakers that traveled to this community from around the world for that conference. And so I thank the organizers, I thank the volunteers. I really thank those people that made the effort to travel to Thompson to share in that discussion. I think it gave people a better sense of the discussion that is taking place there, and I look forward to how we proceed from there. On October the 25th, as reported earlier, the Thompson Regional Roundtable met. Two items of business. One was the indication of interest and support for signing a memorandum of understanding to establish the Thompson Area Roundtable. And the second one is we reviewed the terms of reference for that organization, and I hope to be bringing those back for approval at council in the near term. I think this is one of the outcomes of the TEDWIG process that I think will provide a very solid foundation for moving perhaps the greatest achievement of that process, which was a networking and that sense of commitment from the stakeholders into the future with a mechanism. October 25th in the afternoon, or throughout most of the day, we had the last TEDWIG meeting that's been reported on. So there's been a number of meetings over the last little while. That's normal for this time of year, and it will continue, and I encourage people to get active, get involved when the opportunities do arise to have input in the community. A couple other items I want to highlight. I've received a number of concerns, and I've traveled the community, and I've noticed myself there have been a large number of street lights that have been out in and around the community. Encourage people, where you see street lights out, to please call Manitoba Hydro at 1-888-624-9376. I have a commitment from the former CAO directly that they will fix street lights when they're out. And I had heard the rumor that it was a cost-saving measure by the City of Thompson to have these random blackouts. I can tell you I'm absolutely confident in our electricity grid, and it is not a cost-saving measure whatsoever. The lights are out. We need to fix them. Ask for people to call the number. The City of Thompson pays for the street lights to be on. Manitoba Hydro is responsible to ensure they're on. A couple other comments. Obviously, last week we went to bed on Tuesday night and it was summer, fall. We woke up Wednesday morning and it was winter. It was a quick turnaround. Encourage people to please take caution driving in and around the streets. They are slippery. Our crews were out. We have started with our sanding, and we will continue to do that, but it takes everyone a little while to get accustomed to winter driving. Encourage people to take caution, especially in and around school zones, and obviously Halloween is Wednesday night. We will be out hopefully tomorrow and all day Wednesday, ensuring the streets are sanded and that it's ready for the children. But again, the best thing we can do is each of us take caution. I can advise that the City of Thompson has initiated the 2013 budget process last week. We will continue to work on that as we move forward. I will note that the city provided a release last week on October 26th with respect to the recent Valley announcement, and I'd like to read that into the record. The City of Thompson has been actively engaged in dialogue with major stakeholders since Valley issued a community-wide update on the direction of Manitoba operations. Of primary concern to Mayor and Council is Valley's consideration to move Birch Tree Mine into care and maintenance beginning in August 2013, plans to defer spending by postponing the 1D project, and the resulting uncertainty created for employees and all residents of Thompson by these decisions. The City of Thompson is concerned with this further announcement by Valley regarding Manitoba operations following the November 2010 announcement. We are in active discussion with Valley, the United Steelworkers, as well as Ministers Ashton and Chomniak at this time, and we are committed as a city to working collaboratively with each of those partners. Since the announcement, I've had the opportunity to speak with both Valley and the United Steelworkers in order to determine and discuss the impact of such decisions on the community. As well, Mayor and Council met with Valley representatives on Friday morning and will continue to update the community about progress. Simultaneously, the City of Thompson will continue to move forward with the Thompson Economic Diversification Working Group initiatives and will urge Valley to maintain a commitment to the economic diversification projects through the implementation phases. That's a release that we put out on Friday. I understand that many were looking for a position a little bit earlier. Quite frankly, as a city, we wanted to ensure that we had the full understanding and had an opportunity to meet with each of the stakeholders prior to issuing that statement. I can further advise, as indicated this evening, we will continue those discussions on Friday in Winnipeg with each of the stakeholders regarding the most recent announcement. I can advise under proclamations that by the virtue of the authority vested in me as the Mayor of Thompson, I hereby proclaim October 31st, 2012 as We Scare Hunger Day in the City of Thompson. And by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Thompson, I hereby proclaim the month of November 2012 as Diabetes Month in the City of Thompson. Again, I may have missed some events other members of council attended. I'll provide them an opportunity. But a reminder, Halloween, Wednesday night, encourage people to get out, enjoy the evening, but please practice safe operations. I'd ask if any other members of council have anything further to add. Councillor Byer.
Yeah, I think the seniors reception was the last thing I got to attend before I got sick. But one of the things that really brings home, we are really blessed to have our seniors stay with us, but we really do, when we talk about affordable housing and that, along that vein, we really do have to look at senior assisted living and perhaps retirement village in some of our conversations. One of the things that I missed last week, which bothered me being sick, was the Wolf Conference, because I set aside both days. I've been reading some emails from people that attended from far away, and I'll tell you, if any one event did anything positive for the city of Thompson outside of our boundaries, that event was certainly it. But what I'm really excited about is this branding exercise. We always talk about how we would like people to see us and how we would like ourselves to see ourselves. And as Mayor Johnson said, this is certainly the time to get engaged. So anybody who hears of a focus group, don't feel you need to be invited. You can invite yourself to these things. Or if you would like a focus group within your own organization, it won't be too late to set one up. I'm sure of that. We can just contact Michelle Driley on that. One last thing. Like I said, I've been out of commission for a whole week, and so I'm trying to catch up on things. This email was in all of our mailboxes, I'm sure. I don't have permission to use names, so I can't, but it was just such a source of pride for me as the chair of the HR committee. It's from a person who had a little mishap. Some garbage flew off their truck. And they said, I was just at the corner of Nelson and Mystery Lake when it happened, so as a result, traffic was at a virtual standstill as I was scrambling to pick it up. I just happened to look up, and there were 2 city workers pulling up and getting out to help me. I think that was fantastic. Not only that our city employees would be so quick to respond to help somebody in need, but that also that person would take the time to acknowledge it. So, as I said, I didn't ask permission to use names, so I can't do it. So for those employees in that incident, I know those 2 employees are just representative of the kind of people we have working for the city. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further comments? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Councillor Evenson?